Hey there, guys. There we are. Yeah, we are now live. We are streaming. Welcome to Get Going Fast and our weekly review and flagship project. So we're going to just make sure that we are indeed streaming here. This should be popping up. Oh, there. Good Lord. Look
Hey
at
there, guys. There we are.
Yeah, we are now. Okay, look at that handsome fellow over there. Hey, who's that guy right there? Just like in Spaceballs when they're watching themselves on the on the camera. Anyway, so welcome here. Hope you guys are doing good. It has been a crazy week. You know, we did a couple extra live streams last week, so it makes me feel like we have really done a lot more than like it really has been a lot larger week than it was. I was sitting here going through the stuff that we've all done. I was just like, has it only been like less than a week since we did that? And it has indeed since the last flagship. So we're going to pop over and take a look at what we had going on last week. And then we're going to pop into it. Everything, I can give you a little hint. Everything was just totally consumed by FramePack. Totally consumed. It was just took the reins and went with it. So let's pop on over to our browser here and let's get to getgoingfast.pro. You can just get there by typing getgoingfast.pro. And we started down here. This was literally a week ago. It feels like so long ago. And our intent was to have our flagship project be the High Dream. And we did release the High Dream nodes for ComfyUI. And I actually have some quant models that are ready to go up here. So I've actually prepared this, made it even easier to use for you. I don't think that I actually got the quants up yet. Because again, we just got really locked down with FramePack. Yeah, and then LTX. Oh my God. There's just so much stuff happened. Yeah, so I actually do have High Dream quant model manager ready for you. Hey, M. Young just popped and said, do a Jenna Husky into a princess makeup and sprinkle pixie dust. I don't understand what M. Young is asking, but welcome, M. Young. Good to have you here. So anyway, so that's what we were going to do, okay? We're still need to get our way to this, but we did not quite follow up with this one. Okay, here was the big news. So we did that FramePack on Monday. And all of a sudden, Tuesday, FramePack F1 had released. Okay, so that was a huge step. We were like, okay, we're going to go down this one. And then all of a sudden, like, crap, a new release of FramePack came out. And the big news about that was the original FramePack had been, it was interesting because he started at the end of the video and that way he could they were talking about Eliasville, could really take it and set the boundaries and say, this is exactly how much we're going to use. This is where we're starting. This is where we're going to end. And then everything else just kind of filled it in. So it was interesting watching it work. But then he came out with F1, which was an improved model and actually did it forward again. So he'd gotten the benefits of doing doing it the backwards way, and then improved on it. So FramePack F1 came out. Okay, so we were all excited. I mean, this was Tuesday, and in fact, we went ahead and did an update guide on this. So very cool. And I am going to say that this is the best. This says the best just got better, guys. FramePack is the best. Okay, there's just no getting around it. We'll talk more about that later. Been playing a lot with FramePack, been playing a lot with LTX, and FramePack is just the best. Okay, it isn't quite as fast and whatnot. So M. Young's asked me to do a search for something called AI Jenna Husky into a princess. I think we're gonna pause on that for now, just because I don't know what I'm gonna find. So maybe we'll check that out later. Thank you for the idea. All right, so here, going up here, made a bunch of quick links last week. So if you guys are wanting to find stuff, you can find it just by using the getgoingfast.pro thing here. So like you want to find FramePack, type in framepack.getgoingfast.pro. Want to get some HunYuan going on? Just throw HunYuan.getgoingfast.pro. Same with Juan. There's your rope.getgoingfast.pro, your Roop, your Reactor, all of that kind of stuff. You can easily now find the stuff by fast links. If there's something that you're wanting to know about, throw it in there. Maybe I've made a link for it. Okay. This includes things like, you got our disclaimer.getgoingfast, you got the list, got going fast, comfy.getgoingfast. That's the, the checker. We've got the setup, all these things. If there's a link that you think would be good, let me know. I can make it. And there's the point is just to be able to get to our information fast. All right. 9-layer Nige has showed up. He is faithful, shows up every week. Yo, good to see you, 9. All right. All right. So moving forward, I made this quick note. If you haven't spent time listening to this, it's just a quick note on membership prices, the community, why I'm excited for the future. Essentially, I needed to make an announcement that membership prices had to go up. Just prices have gone up, keeping in line with all other creators as well. Patreon itself increases. So went ahead and raised up, but really just feeling good about where we're building and where we're going forward with this. So this is a good inspirational video. I think that you will enjoy. So give it a go. All right. As usual, we have our AI Brews weekly roundup. So this is coming from AI Brews over here. I think if we just go to aibrews.substack.com, and this is a great website. So again, I really support this guy. This guy will not get back to me. I have about 10 times the subscribers that he has on this. I really want to partner with this fellow. And so I just kind of I'm doing a one-handed partnership with this guy. I'm partnering him, but he don't acknowledge that exists. No, I don't know. He's probably a busy man. But guys, go check him out. He's good. Pay him some money, subscribe to his stuff. And tell him that he should partner with Get Going Fast. It would be very beneficial for the both of us. But getting back to here, again, we have been able to take that information and throw it into a podcast format. Let's see.
Welcome back, everyone, to Get Going Fast. This is where we try and get you up to speed on the exciting world of AI. It's a good one, too.
Yep. A whole range of dense models down to like 26.
All right. So this is a really good podcast. I'm trying to get this out once a week. Another one will be coming out soon. So we got Malcolm Price coming in from the UK. What's up, Malcolm? Always good to see Malcolm. Malcolm has been a good supporter of the site for a long time now. So always happy to have you. And we have AI royalty has entered into the live stream. Fidalkun is here, the Nordic Viking legend. All hail, I suppose, right? So Fidalkun is great with Aloras and all that. And I keep teasing you guys. Every week I'm teasing you about something that we're working on, and we are. I'm just waiting for him to get to the point where he's like, say, let's do this. So good stuff coming down the line there. Great to have you guys. All right. So going back to what we were doing on, so just a recap, we started on Monday with the flagship going, hey, we're going to do High Dream. And then by Tuesday, F1 came out. We're like, holy crap. And then, but after that, all of a sudden by Wednesdays, it was like, boom, boom, boom. FramePack Studio came out. Okay. And it's like, oh my God. Okay. So you want to focus on one thing and then the next thing came out. And now FramePack Studio, I'm just going to give you the, what do you call it? The spoiler it's where you probably want to spend your attention. Malcolm Price says here that he installed FramePack Studio the other day, and to him it looks good. And I'm going to tell you, it looks great. In fact, Fidalkun should actually mention something. He just pointed out he's been doing a lot of work between LTX and FramePack Studio, and he's come to me. He goes, Gary, it was like he's Gary, and he grabbed me by my digital collars and he shook me. He says, why should I spend time with LTX when Google and FramePack Studio is so good? And I was like, well, don't, I mean, you're right. Okay. So, it is really excellent. Okay. All right. 9-layer Nige just dropped $5 for us. So thank you very much to give him a bunch of bunch of these. And then I did say I would woot and holler. So this one is going out for you, 9-layer. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey, the roof. The roof is on fire. Hello. Nine. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Fidel says he sent us a short clip on the Discord if we want to show it on the live stream. Okay, let me see if we can do this. My God, the guy sent me 11 messages. Dude, it's like blowing up my phone, bro. All right, I don't see where he sent me this thing. So, oh, here it is. Show the guys watching the live stream this if you like, or maybe you're done talking about FramePack. Okay, since we're talking about FramePack Studio, let's see if I can get this partnership with this guy. One-handed part. What is the? Oh, that's. Trying to see if I can get this image. He sent me a video, but I'm not following quite exactly what it is. So let me see if I can pop this up really quick for us. Oh, here we go. I see what he did. Okay, let's open this up really quick. And I want to get through this because there's so much to talk about this week. There is so much one-handed partnership with this guy. All right. So this, okay, so this is his FramePack Studio that he did. So that's the dog Nero. The dog was a legend. They write songs about what this dog did. The lands and the women that this dog conquered, yo. So this is him doing just FramePack stuff. Okay, well, cool. Thanks for sharing that. Okay. He had a cool, I thought he was going to send something that was more along the lines of comparing the two, but that's good. Okay. We're going to come back here. So FramePack Studio, we ended up just spending the rest of the week talking about FramePack Studio. The cool thing about FramePack Studio, of course, is it has both the original FramePack and the F1 version in there, as well as it has timestamps. Now, it is created by a dude named Colin Herbs. Okay, so Colin Herbs seems to be a nice fellow. I'm looking to see if I can find his Patreon site again. He has a Patreon site on here. I'm not exactly sure where it's at the moment. You can actually find it under Get Going Fast under the recommendations. But he actually wants to make this full-time. He wants to make this his thing. He wants to work on FramePack Studio all the time, make it bigger, make it better, make it so you can go support him. I think he's looking at like, I'm looking at him like a GoFundMe sort of thing, like saying, someone's going to be developing software and you pay it up front kind of thing. So this is just some of the cool stuff we did with FramePack Studio. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so that was all done in FramePack Studio. Didn't take me very long to do that. Okay. By the way, you saw at the end there it said Bumbo Boom. That is a project that I'm working on here. You can go to bumboboom.com if you want to check out more of that, and it is basically using our AI tools to create news content.
So Katy Perry just went to space, or so they claim. This week, she joined an all-female Blue Origin crew.
All right, so that's Bumbo Boom, just in case you're wondering. That's all AI. That's all using Get Going Fast tools to create.
And I'm Darla Boom.
Okay, here's Royce Pike.
I'm Royce Pike.
All right, so follow that on YouTube. You can find it at Bumba Boom. So, okay, anyway, going back to this, scrolling up. Okay, that was a good video. I got a lot of good compliments on that video, so appreciate that. And just, like I said, it was just all FramePack Studio. Okay, we did some news. Amazon is bringing warehouse robots in. Guys, robots are on the way. I was just reading an article today that, again, talking about synthetic skins. I can't express this anymore, guys. They're gonna be they're gonna be robot boyfriends and girlfriends in the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, it's gonna be everywhere. Amazon's bringing it into the warehouses. You're gonna start interacting with robots at the store. Within 5 to 10 years. I was just reading an article today about Tesla's robots. By the year 2030, Tesla is saying that they're going to have put out 1 million robots. Okay. So that's a lot of freaking robots in 5 years. Okay. They're actually evidently by the end of this year, these are going to be on sale for $20,000. So for the less than the price of a car, you're actually be able to get this new robots. Okay. And with the skin technology, guys, I'm just going to say it. People are going to be having sex with robots like within 5 to 10 years. It's going to be, everyone's having sex with robots right now with chatbots. Okay. If you think about it, people are already having sex with robots. Okay. They're just doing it in chatbot form. Oh my God. This is the way the world is going, but you don't have to just have sex with the robot. This thing's going to clean your house. It's going to be like doing the dishes. It's going to be mowing your lawn, all that kind of stuff. I'm certain that Tesla is not going to be putting out sex stuff within the 5 years. I'm just saying it's there, and the skins, everything is going to be so realistic. Perhaps get going fast. By that time, we'll actually be getting into open source robot stuff, which is probably where it'll go, because we'll be getting our own robots, and then we'll be modding them with our own LLMs, giving them our own uncensored chat bot minds to interact with, and all that stuff. It's going to be exactly the same. Listen, all this stuff, they put things out and they censor it. Okay. And then we uncensor it. And that's going to be the same to robots. So hanging around, maybe in 5 years, we're programming robots together. Okay. So this was a cool little thing you should watch. No, the robots are not rebelling. It's simply Mother Earth getting back at us. This is satire. There was a video that went around of this robot going crazy, and attacking people. And I think you can see it here. Let's see if we can. Yeah, there it is. And everyone's like, the robot is going crazy. The robot rebellion is here. So I basically just mock this for 24 minutes and make fun of people. Okay, so that's fun. And then here we get into our LTX, and this was towards the end of the week, and it just boom, good stuff. So LTX is awesome. Again, Feta is all sitting here saying, why? Again, remember he grabbed me by my lapels and shook me. I was like, and said, why should he bother? Because frame pack's so good. Well, here's the thing. This is pretty awesome. So LTX puts out some good stuff. In fact, I got some example. This is just some really basic stuff. And this is actually what we're going to be working on this week. But this is just simple, like that took a minute and a half. That's not that great for me, but this took less than a minute. And this is all quants, so you can get better quality stuff. That's good. See, a lot of this stuff really comes to do with the quality of the image that you put in. So you put in some flex stuff. This was actually created with Hydrine. So I have those Hydrine quants ready to give you. So really the key with LTX is just get good quality stuff. And I want to explain to you why that matters. Okay. We're going to talk about this more here in a second, but notice you've got your prompts here. This is where you're actually typing in what you want to happen. This is, the image you're throwing in. So when you're doing this stuff, it doesn't differentiate this is pretty wild. At the end of the day, the AI doesn't differentiate between images and text, because it does the same thing to each one of those. With text, it tokenizes it. Everything is tokens. With text, it tokenizes it, and it pulls it down into digits and compares it to a dictionary over here. And with the image, it does the same thing. It takes every pixel and it tokenizes those pixels. So at the end of the day, whether it's an image, whether it's a word, it's all digital. It's all just a series of numbers. Okay. And so in essence, when you throw an image into here and it gets broken down, it's kind of the same thing as breaking it into text. You're just speaking to it It's kind of sit and think about that for a bit. Okay. Wrap your head around that a little bit more. So that's why you don't have to put words in when you're doing an image to video, because this is the prompt. Okay. It's breaking literally every digit down, and then it's comparing it just as it does when it takes every word and breaks it down. Okay. So that's why better quality stuff results in better quality things. So LTX works really good with high quality images, is what I'm going to get at. FramePack works really good regardless of what you're doing. FramePack is just awesome. Okay. But both of these are great. Okay. I did get out the okay. So here's the deal. I got out the High Dream Quantized Model Manager. I did get that out. Okay. So you actually can download this, get some cool images. I'm working on, I think I got confused because I'm working on, God, I got the words. I'm working on another series of quantized models that are just pure text to video. So this one is going to be like image to video, like we just were looking at, although that was LTX. I've got another one that's text to video. The problem is I don't really want to swamp you guys with models, because every time we do this, it's like you're pulling down an extra 30 gigabytes worth of stuff. But, you know, you're big boys, and that's why you have the model manager. Okay, so I think we're done here. Okay, this is, I guess, what I was talking about. The LTX GGUF installer is coming. That's actually ready to go as well. So I'll release that here probably today or tomorrow. I think that's pretty much what we got. Okay, so now moving into our flagship project, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. Just set up your LTX. Get LTX 13B going. That's your project for the week. We're going to play with this one. You can go ahead. I've shown you how to do this. You can also go over here to ltx.getgoingfast.pro, and it'll take you over here to these FP8 quantize. So now I know I said that I'm releasing these GGUFs. Okay, so there's a little bit of a difference between FP8s and GGUF files, and it basically has to do with how it handles decimals. You've heard me talk before about how when you take a long number, you can cut off the digits. I haven't been extremely precise in my answer. When you're dealing with an FP8, that's exactly what you're doing. You're just cutting decimals. When we get over to these GGUF models, and your Q4s, your Q3s, actually what it's doing is it's not even using decimals. It's using whole numbers, but then it's using a mathematic, like say it's taking everything and it's dividing by a particular number that then gives you a decimal point. So that way you can take a small number like 5 and you can turn it into a several pointed decimal thing. Okay. So if you don't understand that, you can ask more questions about that later, but that's essentially, this one came out. You can get this going right now. Okay. There is some issues here where it relies, this is the straight, this is what ComfyUI itself is pushing, is this. Okay. But it requires some extra work. Okay. There's extra nodes that it needs. But like I said, we're going to be releasing the GGUF installer here today or tomorrow. Okay. All right. That's, well, gotta take a breath. All right, so let's go over here. Malcolm says, have you seen the new Dream-O? Yes, I actually wanted to show this to you guys. So this is Dream-O. If you remember, we looked at Flux Uno here like a week or so ago, and it was basically put an image in, have it do something like this. So this has actually gotten better. This is basically the same thing. Dream-O is essentially the new Flux Uno, and it works better. And it works pretty fast here. So there is a Hugging Face space here you can find. This is ByteDance. Typically, when you see anything from ByteDance, you know it's going to be high quality. Okay. I think they're the same people who have TikTok. They own CapCut, all that stuff. They're a big company. I wouldn't trust them with my info necessarily as far as I could throw them, but you know, that's the trade-off. You want to play with the toys, you got to give them your info, and then you ship it off overseas. It is a Chinese company, and they're doing awesome stuff, but they don't have the same rules necessarily, so you got to keep your eye on that. But anyway, here's this app, awesome stuff. So let's say we put this puppy in here, and then we got this red-headed girl, and let's just say A girl kisses a puppy on the nose. Okay, and let's see what happens here. We're going to click generate. Now, this is online, so it's going to be using online GPUs. You can go here and use this for free. I will. What is it? Ew. Okay, that was not exactly what we were looking for. Get it off. Okay, let's reload. Okay. Yeah. There, I just got censored off of Facebook now, probably forever. Okay. So I think what that was not cool. All right, let's try this again. Let's say, I think it's because you got to put the first thing in here. So say a puppy sitting on a cloud with a girl, with a redheaded girl. That was funny. That's going to go down in like the halls of like terrible things that happened during a live stream. All right, so he's sitting on the cloud, but it's not showing the girl. Oh, okay, whatever. You guys figure it out. I'm flustered now. So I did actually make this image of the puppy here by using that original one. Let's do this. Let's do the girl. And then let's go over here and let's grab this. A girl is holding a puppy. Boy, this is one of those things. My dad always said, when you're in a hole, quit digging. I need to quit digging here at some point. But hope springs eternal. There we go. Good God, we finally got one. This is another reason why, the way, you should never use the word girl. You need to say a woman. All right, let's give this another go. There. Okay, that works a little bit better. So, all right. So you guys can play around with, I blame you, Malcolm. I blame you for this. No, I'm just kidding. I was going to show this anyways. So, okay. So that's Uno. Or that's not Uno. That's Dream O. So we're going to go ahead and probably release that this week as well. So that's a good project. All right. Getting over here to our LTX workflow. Guys, go ahead and use the downloader. This is the GGUF one. So I'll be like I said, I'll be uploading this week. This has a bunch of stuff in here. You got your normal loader. You're going to be loading your quants. Okay. You got this thing called this distort loader here. I don't know what I think about it. It's supposedly like if you're having trouble with different, loading certain models, you can load it through here, and it uses VRAM. Yeah, nine layer nudge, you're corrupt. Okay, so he said something about the thing. It's whatever. All right, and he is 100% correct. Now you can bypass this stuff and you can play with this. This isn't a bad thing to play with. You got to, well, actually, guess you go like this. I think we could just press this down here, turn that off. You either have one or other loader. And what you can do with this, you can actually set your virtual VRAM. So this uses your computer's memory. I'm going to tell you the truth. I use this and it made things worse. So if you're having trouble though, maybe that will work for you. You're going to notice over here, we've got Sage Attention going on, the T-Cache optimizations. So there's particular Sage stuff that needs to be going. So first of all, I want to show you this. Let's go over to comfy.getgoingfast.pro. And over here, you really probably want to get this 12.6. Now, I just put up a 12.8 version, which I don't think I would. It doesn't really work unless this is really for 50 series cards, 5090, that kind of thing. I'm keeping my eye on this. I might take it down. It does not work with the LTX workflow, but this one does. And the thing with the LTX workflow is that you have to have CUDA 12.8. Okay. But with this workflow, even though it says 12.6, it still works because we do some updating in it. So if you got a 5090 or a 5060 or whatever, maybe you could try this one and see if it works. but I'm having issues with it when it comes to getting the Sage optimization. However, this one works perfectly. And I'm going to show you, since we are on a special thing, I'm going to show you how to manually get this Sage attention going. Okay. So since we are in special thing, we will do that. I'm going to grab this link. We is going to pop on over to shop. All right. Now, you can find this link or copy it from here, or I'll post it somewhere, where you can look through the code and get this. It's going to bring you, and these are all the wheels that are made for Sage Attention. Now, essentially what happens is you have to make it for there's a million of these, because you have to make it for every possible configuration. See, this is for, if you got CUDA 12.4, okay, and Torch 2.51 and Python 3.10, this is the one. But if you've got a different Python version, well, there's 3.11, 3.12. So see, here's 3.9. So they got to have a whole, every time you change one of these things, you have to have a new version. So here they go up to CUDA 12.6. And then again, we got to start over with Python 10, Python 11, 12, 13, 9, then it changes the Torch version. So you've got a million different stages. What you're going to do if you're using the ComfyUI or the Comfy.GetGoingFast Pro one, we're going to grab this one over here, this 12.6, 2.6, Python 3.10. And all you got to do is just right click on it. You copy the link address, go into your, go into your virtual environment and pip install it. So you're going to have to activate your virtual environment, and you can pip install, say you just pip install and then put that Control V, and this will install the correct Sage Attention. And then when you get to the getting over here, you're going to be able to use your Sage Attention. Again, this does not work with this other one, this 12.8 over here. And so, like I said, I might take it down, but it might work with the 5090s. Okay. So you can let me know. You can figure out, hey, listen, if someone can figure out how to get the, this working here, the Sage Attention working on a 40 series, I'll give you a free month of membership at Get Going Fast. Okay. So, all right. So going back to here, you see all this stuff works. It's cool. Sage is how attention masks work is they only focus on the things that change in the image. So like behind me, you can see in this AI image, the ceiling here never changes. So you don't have to worry about that, but my face is changing, my butt. So pay attention to the things that actually are changing. That's what attention mask does. And the tree cache optimizations, they basically extend frames. So maybe you can only get out 90 frames. Maybe this extends it out so you can get 120 frames. And this will all work. Okay. And like I said, I'm going to have the model manager that I'm popping out here soon. And it will actually do all of this for you. Okay. So get the correct Comfy going on. Run the LTX manager. Well, I guess I could show you what that looks like really quickly. Real easy stuff. Yeah. Let's do this real quick. All right. Oh, there I am. Good Lord. Okay. So real easy. You're just going to see once you download this, once I upload it, then once you download, all you got to do is click one to quick install. It's going to download all the extra stuff that you need, all your VAEs, your text encoders, all that good stuff. And it's going to download this Q3 model. And then afterwards, you can go to, that's like about the smallest there is. Then after that, you can press 2 and you can go in here and you can add UNet models. Okay. And you can delete UNet models. Look at that. Deleting it. Yo, it's gone. Okay. So easy ways that you can try different stuff. And so basically just work your way up through that to find the one that works the best. It's all about finding balance between speed and quality. You go down too low, you're going to get garbage. Okay. But at least you'll get it done. I mean, hey, listen, if I can't do anything, I'd rather have something bad than nothing at all. Okay. If you can go up, hey, then you're doing great. But again, like I said, garbage in, garbage out. Use a good starting image like this, and you're going to get better results like that. Okay, I think we're going to wrap it up here for the week. We'll be back on Wednesday as usual. So we'll be doing our live Q&A so we can ask questions about this. We can talk about whatever you want. On Wednesdays, talk about whatever you want. I do want you guys to start sending me stuff. Listen, you guys aren't sending me stuff to show in these Monday reviews. How am I supposed to tell the world how awesome you are when you won't send me your stuff, right? You can't have your fame if you don't eat your pudding, okay? How can you have your fame if you won't eat your pudding? All right, so send me your stuff on the Discord and say this is your best, or send it over, post it on Get Going Fast, and I will share it. I'll wait around here for about a minute more, see if there's anyone else that has a question before we go. Remember, we got Dreamo over here. You can do that. Okay. Going fast. You know, I want to remind you also, we have this list of all of the different apps on here. So you can play around with that. Oh, whoops. Over here. Beep, 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 beep. So you can always get here by typing list.disclaimer or list.getgoingfast.pro, and it'll bring you over to here. And then you can see all the stuff we got you can play with. Always something fun. Okay. Last question. It looks like 9layer9 says, I'm running 12.8 and PyTorch 12.7 or 2.7 and L6 30 is working. No problem. I don't ask me how I did it. I just threw in commands. Hope for the best. Yep. That's great. So good job with that. And that's kind of thing as you figure this out as you go. Our Get Going Fast solution is to install big CUDA 12.8. And then a lot of times what we do is we use the CUDA Toolkit 12.6 because it's backwards compatible. And 12.8 really is for the 50 series. So we don't use it a whole lot. Okay. And I don't have a 50 series card to play with. Okay, so you can send one if you want, and I'll play with it. But so that's fine. That's great. So 9layer9 has 12.8 running there. He got it running, and it's probably because he's following the directions over there, and updated as needed. And blah, 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 blah. Okay, anyway, it's all working. Oh wait, here Bluebell Cottage popped in. What's your best reactor face swap info? Okay, so could talk about this. I'm going to tell you, Bluebell, this is probably a good conversation for Wednesday. You should show up on Wednesday and ask this question. We can talk about this the whole time. But you can go to reactor.getgoingfast.pro and we'll take you over here. And his question, what's your best reactor face swap info? So again, we'll go into depth on this later. You can download the nodes for this, and I do have a video, Bluebell, over here on doing that. So let's do a web search for reactor Get Going Fast, and let's see if here it is, YouTube. So I did this video over here. Gotta wait through the stupid commercials, and just go look at him.
Next one, the manual. They're not big.
Okay, so this again is a walkthrough how to use it.
But if you're wanting stuff in your ComfyUI workflow, this is it. And all you need is these three things here.
Okay, so Bluebell, I talk a lot about how to get this going, how to add it to any workflow. Okay, so there's other videos as well if you look under the playlist. And under the I've got playlists over here where you can actually you can add reactor to Hunyuan, you can react it to WAN, you can add it to your LTX. So it's actually very versatile nodes. So I would watch those. That would be my advice. And Bluebell also followed your video. So great. So thanks for coming, Bluebell. I appreciate you having it. We enjoy what is it? We enjoy having you here. It says, my mother always says, welcome to the circus. Now let me introduce you to the clowns. So welcome. All right. Well, we're going to end it up there. You guys hang in there. I appreciate you as always. Let's keep this going. Guys, by the end of the year, it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. By the time December rolls down, it's going to be insane, and it's getting insane every week. It's every week is like a month or 2 months in real time. So, all right, bless you, dudes, and we'll see you on Wednesday. And as usual, be good to each other, and we will catch you on the other side, yo.